of the last weeks. Stay in that room. I'm waiting for that.
The live feed is there. You can start.
Do I start?
Yeah, the live feed is there. You can start.
Well, hello everyone. Happy Environment Day. I'm really excited to be part of today's program where we all have come together. All means the design community as well as the building material industry. And we've come together to commit ourselves on this Environment Day to putting the environment before ourselves. Let me introduce myself. I'm Monica Khosla Bhargav, founder and principal architect of Kham Consultants, an architecture and interior design firm. My association with this day, 5th of June, it goes back 4 decades. I'm feeling quite old saying this, It's almost as old as the Environment Day is celebrated. So I would represent my school, Modernized School, for poster competitions, and Environment Day, somehow it was that day when all the inter-school poster competitions were held. So it would require that I should be researching this subject in the library. And obviously, that time there was no Google that I could just see and quickly, jot down my points. I'm sure some of the panelists today have done this. And while researching in the library, I came across E.F. Schumacher's book, Small is Beautiful, a study of economics as if people mattered. Now, this book, it became like my mantra. It discusses how the race for this short-term profit and progress has made humans lose the natural equilibrium of our ecosystem. And in the long term, it's, this race for consumerism, he sort of said, was causing a loss of health, resources, life, beauty. It was resulting in, disasters and devastation of our planet. So, we are so many people and we have such few resources. So that's where the whole balance has been lost. And then what's the solution? The solution comes, of course, or it can come only through technology. And again, that technology has to be a sustainable technology. And what Schumacher had proposed was an intermediate technology, which just moves, not just sticks to the product, but also involves people, involves minimal resources, local resources, and friendly processes. Y'all won't believe, after studying at JU and after going to SPA, I reached Sweden to study a postgrad. And you won't believe, when I really discovered that my professor for sustainable practices was George McRobbie, who was Schumacher's partner at Intermediate Technology Group. That was like a big high for me, that, oh, the person I admired for so long is now, his partner is teaching me this subject. In fact, when I was like in college, my father, he used to have a bag industry and used to be designing bags, and he was coming out with a mini range. So he asked me, what do I call it? And I told him, you name it, Small is Beautiful. So I even had one of those small bags with me at that time, and I gifted it to George McRobbie. And he said, oh, I'm going to use it to carry my whiskey. So what's great about today's panel is that we have all what Schumacher stood for. We have Greenply, who's using these technologies to create eco-friendly products. And we have leading designers from Daya, who are using sustainable practices and processes to bring these ideas and technologies to people. And on this note, I would like to welcome Mr. Rajesh Mittal, Chairman and MD of Greenply, to take over.
Yeah, thank you very much. In fact, we spend a lot. So, dear friends, good afternoon and very warm welcome. Trust, friends, everyone is keeping safe. It gives me immense pleasure to be discussing a very important topic of health and safety on Environment Day. Safety matters, and therefore it is important for us all to create spaces that not only is safe and healthy for us and our consumer, but for our environment as well. Friends, we spend a lot of time working with plywood and other building materials that release the toxic emissions causing the health hazards. And with a lot of awareness around, architects and interiors are making a conscious choice to source materials which are low VOC or eco-friendly to safeguard the indoor air quality. Friends, taking this opportunity, I am very happy to bring to your notice that Greenply is the only organization to receive the FSC FM certification in the plywood and wood panel industries. We have this certification for around 604 hectare of plantation we created at our Nagaland plant. With a strong emphasis on sustainability, we have partnered with several local farmers and are actively undertaking the plantation activities, planting approximately more than 5 lakhs trees annually through our in-house nurseries related to our all the plants. And we are not stopping at today. Today, we are all have together to take you through our recent development in starting a complete range of plywoods and blockboard, conforming to the global emission standard, which is we called emission zero E0. The details of which my team will take you through. Our objective to promote well-being and safe interior spaces. We are not taking every step to bring to you products, and that being recognized by the renowned certifying bodies to be the IGBC or GRIHA or internationally acknowledged California Air Resource Board, which is called CARB. These efforts, friends, these efforts from GIL will need a lot of support and push from the architects and interior fraternity. Therefore, I sincerely urge everyone present here and the member of the DIA to help us to take this initiative forward. Friends, before we proceed, we like to especially thank to Mr. Boroi, Mr. Jain, Mrs. Bhargava, Mr. Anand Gupta, and Mr. Das, and other panelists to attend this and taking our time from your busy schedule to be a part of this webinar. Thank you and keeping the supporters. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mittal. That seems very interesting, especially as architects and designers. I think some of the things which you mentioned are so relevant, like, you know, the fact that you're using local farmers, you're planting, you're using the correct, you know, you're using the right emissions, you're thinking about safety of the home as well as the environment. And I can't wait to find out more about this product, which we are going to definitely use in all our designs. We'd really be interested in it. And on this point of sustainable technology, I'd like to shift the conversation to a person who's also interested in technology. In fact, he's a civil engineer who stepped into the architectural and interior design domain, partnering with Amit Moitra to start AK Enterprises in 2005. Over to you, Kallol Boroi, President of DIA. Please unmute yourself, Kallol.
Thank you, Monica Di. Good afternoon to the distinguished panelists, the moderator, and the viewers. Taking a cue from Monica Di's opening note on Environment Day celebration, I actually go back a decade when in 2011, for the first time, India got their turn to celebrate it. And the theme was forests, nature at your service. Now, if anybody comes and says that I am at your service, we are very happy all the time. But unfortunately, we have mostly taken the service from the nature selfishly without giving back. The devastating consequences are all in front of us. And the more we discuss, the more our hearts soar. So I thought that maybe on the contrary, I would love to share my personal experience, a testimony, I would rather say. The testimony of falling in love with the green and the plantations. Actually, the journey started when I actually schooled from St. Lawrence High School. It is a school for 12 years for me, and it is absolutely lush green outfield with avenues and vistas of Devdaru trees, then Krishnachuda trees, then Kathali Chapa, and it was all along, and unknowingly, probably, it got entrenched in our blood. But actually, the most important thing happened when I entered my college campus at Jalpaiguri in mid-80s. That was in the Tarai foothills of North Bengal, surrounded by sprawling, dense tea estates, and the pristine Kanchenjunga at a distant far. display of nature in full glory. We ran away to Duars, we ran away to Jaldapara, we ran away to Tista Banks, Kalijhora, Chukha, all exotic and naturally beautiful places in and around. Now, answering to the typical question of the down memory lane questionnaire, while we were leaving the college, why do you want to settle down in future? A whooping 75% of the budding engineering graduates said, quote, accessible, yet far from the madding crowd amidst nature. Yes, that was the influence of nature on young minds. Today, I am one of the very few who could make this happen. Now, for unavoidable situation, I had to move to a countryside parental house in a parcel of land about 20 kilometers downtown in a place called Kolagachia, Haspukur in South 24 Parganas, not far away from Mr. Mittal's factory. It was not a very pleasant scenario at that point of time, but I continued to fall in love again with the raw environment and stayed for the most prime 20 years of my life there, without any regrets, of course, before shifting recently to a gated community. When I visit there now, you won't believe it feels that about 200 trees planted 15 years back want to embrace me. The joy of seeing a tiny sapling growing to bear fruits and flowers give an unadulterated joy. There are many advantages of trees and plantations which all of us can write pages after pages. But the reason to share this journey is to encourage mostly our young generation to start and act in the slightest opportunity to help in giving back the nature. When we say the onus, actually it is on us. And this is the reason to congratulate Mr. Rajesh Mittal and his team. They have acted. Emission Zero is a path-breaking initiative. We must definitely promote this as and when we get an opportunity, so that we also inspire Green to come up with such lovely products again and again. Over to Monika Di. Thank you.
वायरस गार्ड वाला प्लाई लाया हूँ घर। अब फर्नीचर बनाने में नो मोटर। What a duffer! ऊपर के खतरे का टेंशन तो कौन, अंदर के खतरे से बचाएगा कौन? वाह 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 मजा आ गया। अंदर का खतरा।
अधिकतर प्लाईवुड से फॉर्मेलिन गैस का एमिशन होता है, जो सेहत के लिए हानिकारक है। फर्नीचर बनाए सिर्फ ग्रीन प्लाई से, जो लाया है इंडिया का पहला जीरो एमिशन प्लाई।
E0 चुनो, खुल के सांस लो।
From the Environment and Railway Ministry, all along his postings, he's in the railways. He has planted simply trees in all the railway colonies. Now, in fact, as the GM Railways here, he planted over 600 trees in Garden Reach. The whole place became like a green island. And what he does is very simple. He goes on his morning walk, takes his Mali or someone along, just plucks out the saplings from the crevices in the footpath, in the boundary wall, etc. Anyway, those, people want to just pluck off and throw. And what he does is picks them, plants them. And he has a good sense of the trees. So you don't have to do any great Hathigoda research. You have to just pick up what is growing locally. These are the hardy species. So he's the one who's taught me. The most hardy species are the ones like Kadam, Gulmohar, People. They are growing everywhere. Just pick them up, plant them. They are natural to the area. So just put them up and they grow. So now I think from trees to forest to plywood. So let's hear Mr. Utpal Kanjilal, VP of Greenply Industries, share his thoughts of how the domestic, especially the East Indian market and the international market have changed over the years with respect to especially the environment thoughts.
Yeah, thank you, Monika ji. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. All DIA members, once again, I'm welcoming. Monika ji, first of all, thank you to you and Kallulda, our Honorable CMD, Mr. Mittal, to give a lot of insight, information. And really now we have started talking about health and hygiene. So I would like to draw your attention to one part, and that is basically why I am drawing this attention, because finally we'll come up to zero emission product. But before going into that, one integral part, that is resin, and resin is basically from formaldehyde. And then coming to formaldehyde, we need to understand formalin. So formalin is a product which is definitely available. You all know it is available all over in and around us. And it is a product, we use it as a preservative for preserving biological specimen. It is available in cosmetic. It is available in paints. Even if in petroleum for improving yield, formalin is being used. Now I'll come back to formalin and exposure of formalin and its side effects. It's really dangerous. It has got side effects, short-term effects and long-term effects. So my colleague is going to give you a detailed insight on that with a video of technical presentation by my dear colleague, Mr. Partha. But before to that, I'll go back to formaldehyde, and formaldehyde has got that gaseous formation which impacted human body. But to be very honest and frank, if you just go back 1 year or 2 years ago, we hardly talk about how it is affecting to us. But honestly speaking to all of you, I am with the trade for last 25 years. I know the effect of formalin since 25 years. But I personally never ever talked about it, even if I have not communicated to anybody last 2 years or 1 year back, that how it is impacting to us. Nowadays, because of the awareness, because of that, we want to live in an environment where the product should be healthy, and we can maintain at any cost our health and hygiene. So now we started thinking that this plywood is basically manufactured with the help of formaldehyde. Without formaldehyde, plywood cannot be manufactured. The adhesive, the resin we talk about, it's formaldehyde. So formaldehyde emission effect and how it can be neutralized. So coming back to that, before I switch over to Monica ji and finally to my colleague, I would like to request all DIA members, whenever and wherever you are interacting with your customer, please speak about zero emission, how it is impacting, and what is the benefit out of it. So this much I would like to share. That's it, Monica ji. Thank you so much for giving us me and company an opportunity to present ourselves in DIA platform. It is really wonderful. So over to Monica ji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Kanjilal. This is now getting more interesting. Like now we are really keen to know the impact of formaldehyde and this resin. And I think this whole idea of safety and health is, right now become such an important issue for us, because none of us ever imagined that we are going to be, living in a pandemic. We always thought, oh yeah, situation is not good. We were wondering, but we never thought something like this is going to hit us, and hit us in such a big way. The whole world has come to a standstill. So at this moment, the first thing on everyone's mind is health and safety. So on this note, I would definitely like to invite Mr. Parthanath, Deputy GM Greenply. And he's also the head of the technical and in charge of this zero emission product that has come up. So we are really keen to hear more about this product from him.
Thank you, Monica ji. Very good afternoon to all. I'm really glad to be a part of this discussion. And when we are sitting on an environment day, I just like to let you know that we at Greenply environmentally follow the 3 R's, the principle of 3 R's, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle. We do it in our own plant also. Our plants are zero wastage plants. We recycle our water. Wherever there is any wastewater coming out from our processes, it gets reused in our own process again. So we are already employing them. And going to this zero emission thing, last year during the pandemic, we were asked to introduce the healthy plywood in India. And doing so, we searched all the avenues, whatever like norms are available in India. We could not find any such norms even in BIS. So we have to like go forward and see where that is available. We could see that it was there in the California Air Resources Board standards, which is a body of Environmental Protection Agency of USA. They have those standards where the indoor air qualities are already taken care of. And in that, formaldehyde is considered to be one of the most unhealthy like VOCs which is available in any interiors. And as you know that almost like 70% of our interiors are with wood products only, and this formaldehyde, which is basically a part of the resin which is used to manufacture plywood all across the world, this creates a nuisance. So in order to reduce the effect of formaldehyde, we started our R&D, and after a long time we could develop some resin wherein this formaldehyde emission was reduced to a very lesser extent, almost equivalent to zero. Now, when we say that it is equivalent to zero, like it is proven, and we will show you a video where you can see that the values as when compared to distilled water comes comparable, almost similar, which can be considered as almost equivalent to any purest form of resin that we are using, where the end user or the end customer would be benefited. They would not be have any kind of health effect. It is not that only we are taking care of the person who would be living in that homes where the plywoods are being used. It is also for those, the contractors and the carpenters who would be using it day in and day out. So saying so, I would request the technical team to show the video, which will show you the total process, how we manufacture the plywoods and how we test those plywoods to show that whatever products we are manufacturing complies with CARB standards or E0 formaldehyde emission standards. So
yeah, we will run it, and when it is over, we will again request you to start speaking, because you are not able to see the Facebook page, and there is a lag of 5 to 7 seconds.
Welcome to Greenply state-of-the-art laboratory, where we are continuously doing stringent testing of our products with respect to health and quality standards. When we talk about air pollution, what comes to our mind is the black gases coming out from cars or from industrial chimneys. We think that the outside air is continuously polluted, but do we know that the air inside can be as much polluted as the air outside? Surprised, isn't it? Today we are living in an artificially controlled environment where the AC air is being circulated and recirculated again and again. The AC can definitely filter out the dust particle, but it cannot filter out the gases, harmful gases, which are available in the atmosphere. Now, one such gas available is formaldehyde, which is naturally occurring and is also available from the furnitures that we are installing inside our homes and factories. Plywoods across the globe are manufactured with an adhesive which has got formalin inherently in it. Formalin is a liquid which is dissolved into a gaseous form which is called as a formaldehyde. Now this gaseous formaldehyde has got several health effects with respect to long-term and short-term exposure. Like if we see, in case of short-term exposure, we have eyes, nose and ear irritation. With respect to long-term exposure, it can cause asthma as well as lung cancer. CARB has set 3 standards with respect to formaldehyde emission: E2, E1 and E0. E0 being the highest standard with respect to formaldehyde emission, which can be called as zero emission. We at Greenply follow zero emission with the manufacturing of all our plywoods in the factory. Now, in order to demonstrate the process, how the formalin is extracted and how we measure it as either E0 or E1, we would go about and ask our product expert Mr. Vivek and Mr. Nayak to show the total process. हम सबसे पहले प्लाईवुड के सैंपल्स को छोटे छोटे टुकड़ों में काटेंगे और उसको राउंड बॉटम फ्लास्क के अंदर डालेंगे। इसके अंदर ऑलरेडी टोलुइन रखा हुआ है। अब इसको हम एक हीटिंग मेंटल या हीटर के ऊपर रखेंगे और पूरे प्रोसेस को अब परफोरेटर हम सेट करेंगे। इसमें ये 100 डिग्री पे बॉयल होगा। जैसे कि हम देख पा रहे हैं टोलुइन यहाँ पे बॉयल हो रहा है 100 डिग्री टेम्परेचर में, और इसके अंदर छोटे छोटे प्लाईवुड के टुकड़े हैं जो टोलुइन के साथ मिक्स हो रहा है और उसके अंदर का फॉर्मेलिन एक साथ मिक्स होकर इवापोरेट हो रहा है। अब जैसे जैसे धीरे धीरे आप यहाँ देख रहे हैं, यहाँ पे ये दिखाई दे रहा है छोटे छोटे बबल्स जो ऊपर की तरफ इवापोरेट हो रहे हैं। अब इन इवापोरेट वाले चीज़ ऊपर पहुँच के जैसे जैसे ठंडा पानी के टच में आ रहा है, ये कंडेंस होके वापस दोबारा इसके अंदर गिर रहा है और वो धीरे धीरे पानी में डिज़ोल्व हो रहा है। पानी के अंदर जो फॉर्मेलिन है वो मिक्स हो जा रहा है और टोलुइन जो इससे हल्का है वो स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी कम होने के कारण ये पानी के ठीक ऊपर यहाँ हमें दिखाई दे रहा है, ये अलग हो जा रहा है, सेपरेशन हो जा रहा है। तो अब ये जो पानी हमारे पास है इसके अंदर ऑलरेडी फॉर्मेलिन है। अब इसका मिक्स जो है वो हम आगे टेस्ट करेंगे देखने के लिए कि फॉर्मेलिन की मात्रा हमारे प्लाईवुड में कितना है। उसको हम टेस्ट करेंगे नॉर्मल डिस्टिल्ड वाटर के कंपैरिजन में। तो उससे पहले सबसे पहले हम डिस्टिल्ड वाटर का पानी लेंगे और यूवी स्पेक्ट्रोफोटोमीटर में यहाँ रख देंगे और ब्लैंक टेस्ट दबाएंगे। जैसे आप देख रहे हैं जो डिस्टिल्ड वाटर जो प्योरेस्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वाटर होता है उसमें ऑलरेडी 0.000 एब्जॉर्बेंस आ रहा है। अब इसके कंपैरिजन में हम जो सोल्यूशन निकला था फॉर्मेलिन मिक्स्ड वाटर उसको रखेंगे और रीडिंग चेक करेंगे। हम जो देख पा रहे हैं अभी यहाँ पे 0.068 जो हमारे को दिखाई दिया है, इट इज़ वेरी लेस, ऑलमोस्ट इक्विवेलेंट टू ज़ीरो। जो हम ज़ीरो एमिशन की बात करते हैं वो सामने यहीं पे आपको दर्शा जाता है 0.0068 के हिसाब से। तो हमारा जो प्रोडक्ट है वो ज़ीरो एमिशन पे क्वालिफाई होता है, जो कार्ब के हिसाब से E0 स्टैंडर्ड है। जो हमने सोल्यूशन निकाला E0 का, अब ऐसे ही मार्केट से हमने सैंपल निकाला और उसका भी हमने परफोरेटर टेस्ट किया, तो हमें 2 कैटेगरी के और सोल्यूशन मिले। अब जो डिफरेंस बहुत डिस्टिंक्टिवली हमें दिखाई देता है किसी भी E0, E1 या E2 लेवल ऑफ प्लाईवुड में, वो है उसका कलर। आज अगर हम देखें जो E0 प्लाईवुड हम बना रहे हैं उसका जो फाइनल सोल्यूशन है वो प्योरेस्ट फॉर्म ऐसे ट्रांसपेरेंट दिखाई देगा। E1 जो है वो लाइटिश येलो में दिखाई देगा और जिसमें बहुत ज़्यादा फॉर्मेलिन होगा E2 वो डार्किश येलोइश होगा। अब हम E1 और E2 रीडिंग्स देखेंगे सेम यूवी स्पेक्ट्रोफोटोमीटर में, जहाँ पे E0 का हमारे प्लाईवुड का वैल्यू आया था 0.068। E1 का टेस्ट अब हम करके देखेंगे। जैसे हम देख पा रहे हैं जो कि 0.06 था, यहाँ पे 0.4 है, विच इज़ वेरी वेरी हाई एज कम्पेयर टू E1। अब हम E2 का भी टेस्ट करके आपको दिखाएंगे। ये देखिए काफ़ी ज़्यादा, मतलब अगर हम हिसाब करके देखें ये कई गुना ज़्यादा आया है। 1.1 जो कि 0 था E0 के केस में, 0.4 था E1 के केस में, 1.1 आ गया E2 के केस में, विच इज़ वेरी हाई। तो हमारे जो दोनों चीज़ है, आपका विजुअल डिस्टिंक्शन भी यहाँ दिखाई दे रहा है और साथ में वैल्यूज़ यूवी स्पेक्ट्रोफोटोमीटर में हमारे को यहाँ पे दिखाई दे रहा है। आज जो हम बात करते हैं E0, E1, E2 का, अगर हम इसको वैल्यू वाइज बताएं तो आएगा E0 का एक 100 ग्राम का अगर प्लाईवुड लेते हैं तो उसमें 3 मिलीग्राम या उससे नीचे। E1 के केस में वो 8 मिलीग्राम है 100 ग्राम प्लाईवुड में, E2 में 30 मिलीग्राम है 100 ग्राम प्लाईवुड में। तो आज अगर हम देखें, जो हमने अभी टेस्ट भी देखा, पूरा प्रोसेस देखा, उसमें हमारा सारा प्लाईवुड सैंपल जो है वो E0 रेंज में आ रहा है। इसका मतलब है जीरो एमिशन और हेल्थ सेफ प्रोडक्ट है। तो हम देख सकते हैं कि E0 किस लिए और क्यों हमें बेनिफिशियल है। जैसे आपको पहले बताया गया था, ये बेस्ट है आज के डेट में हेल्थ के लिए।
But he decided to pursue his love for wood and all things wooden and started his furniture store Decofer with wife Nisha in 1993. I was amongst his first customers. Hope you remember that dining table and chairs that you sold to me, Anand. Huh?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Still
Yes,
with me, and they're going strong. So now over to you.
Thank you, Architect Monica. I'm happy that we're addressing a really relevant and important issue on this World Environment Day. To begin with, let me compliment Mr. Mittal and his team for this very significant contribution to the environment that they're making. And I'm sure very soon more of their products will be as safe. To carry forward what Mr. Nath and what Mr. Kanjilal was saying, see, in these coronavirus times, we are all very scared. We are cleaning our surfaces. We are wondering about the pollution, how this pollution is affecting our health. All this is going on. But do we ever think about what the atmosphere, what the environment at home is? Once we come in home and switch on the AC, we feel we are all safe. But actually, we have a lot of toxins in our house. A lot of the products that we use for interiors are emitting toxins. Even the fabric on the sofa, the curtains, the wooden flooring, the carpets, even the plywood, not the green ply now that they have made it E0 emissions, but until now. So a lot of the products are giving out a lot of toxic gases, mostly formaldehyde, like Mr. Kanjilal was telling us. And all that is very harmful for our health. We do not realize whether we are at work or we are at home, but we are always being exposed to these toxins. So it is detrimental to our health, whether we are indoors or whether we are outdoors. In addition to this, see, there are a lot of waves also. Microwaves, we know are harmful to us. About mobile phones, the waves, the radio waves that are used there, we are not sure whether it is good for us or not, but all the same, we are using it. And we are just hoping and praying that eventually it will be proved that it is safe. What if it is not? You see, so there are these things are inherent. They're always there in our house, in our offices, in our showrooms, wherever we are. So like Greenply has done, we need to make an effort and ensure that as interior designers and architects, we make an effort that the indoor spaces at least are safe, where we spend majority of our time. So once again, compliments to Mr. Mittal and his team for having taken the first step in that. Thank you.
Anand, I think from there we can ask Greenply to give us some further inputs on this product that they've come up with. Mr. Subir Palit, I'd like to know from you, Mr. Subir Palit is the country head of Greenply. He has 3 decades of experience, not in just the plywood industry, but various different industries. So I think he can really bring experience from a lot of different industries into the foray and tell us more about the harmful products which are around us and how we are going to take care of them.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. And thank you, ma'am, for that introduction. Honestly, ma'am, I am connected with few esteemed members of DIA in social media and keep watching and appreciating their lovely work. So wanted to mention it in this forum. But before I say something, firstly, I would like to wish that all the panel members, the audience, their families are safe, taking care of themselves. And also wish everyone present a happy environment. First of all, the pandemic, just Mr. Gupta mentioned, the pandemic has changed our lifestyle and also led us to adapt to new lifestyle measures. We all accept that. Health and hygiene today and in future, we anticipate that in future will be a major consideration for all while transacting or using any product at work or at their homes. This is very clear now with the current things which are happening. We realize this in Greenply also, and ma'am, I am a marketing man. My first viewpoint will be in the form of marketing. We realize this in Greenply, and I am sure you all at your own workplace also realize that our clients today want us to behave responsibly and give them options and choice, which is not only design-led, but also takes into account safety and hygiene factor. This is what we are hearing from different and getting feedbacks. Keeping in mind all these things, the overall well-being of our consumers, our vendor, our contractor, carpenters who work on our products, our trade partners, and of course, the august influencer community. Greenply recently has introduced and launched first time in India, E0, emission zero products and CARB certification. Now, the benefits of the same, the technical aspects, how we prove something is E0 and all has been already explained by Mr. Partha. And he had shown that video. That video is available to us. We'll make it a point that I will personally, or Mr. Utpal Kanjilal will personally forward this video to all of you, so that if there are any doubts, any queries in the mind of your clients, this video can be shown to them. And one more thing, I want to assure all the august members present here, if somebody wants a certification of this to prove that we are really CARB certified or not, we are willing to provide that certificate also. Because ma'am mentioned about unorganized and organized sector and what it is and all those things. It is perfectly true. There are chances that there will a lot of, unorganized players tomorrow can start writing that their products have E0 or anything. But I assure you, I guarantee you, those type of, local players will not be able to furnish CARB certification. It's very difficult to get, which Mr. Parth has already explained. So E0, emission zero along with CARB certification is a combo which will take a lot of time for somebody else to talk. So I don't want to be immodest, so spoke a little about ourselves first. My request to all of you, August DIA members, also to consider the well-being of your clients and their families while recommending any products they are using in their interiors. Like Mr. Gupta mentioned, we also have in our records, a lot of US agencies have done this study where they have proved in modern homes, the interiors are more toxic than the outside, which a lot of people feel the once they enter their home, aap to safe hai. It's not so. If we are not careful, our interiors are more toxic than outside. So finally, since I've been allotted only 3 minutes, as a marketing man, I can keep on talking, which I don't want to. And our respected chairman is also there, but I could have spoken for, hours on E0, our toxicity inside the homes, how it affects our not only physical state or mental state of our minds also, but that's different, maybe for some another day. As I sum up, E0 is a revolutionary and a responsible step in the plywood industry introduced in India by Greenply and first of its kind. Friends, we solicit your support. Help us to promote this product. Thank you, DIA. Thanks to all the members who are present there. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Palit. Yeah, you are a marketing person, but then I'm not a marketing person, but then I also am full of stories and keep talking for hours. And my husband will vouch for it. Recently, I got one award, National Speaker. It is an international award. And he told me कि ये तुमको इसलिए मिला है क्योंकि तुम बहुत ज़्यादा बोलती है. So that is the whole.
Congratulations from all of us, from our side, for that award.
कि बोलने का कुछ फायदा तो हुआ. Anyway, as you mentioned that, yes, the DIA people are very creative, the whole team, the design community. And now the next speaker is a really creative young boy. We all know Debaroop, what a great artist you are. Debaroop started his career as an interior designer just 2 decades ago. For me, 2 decades is like nothing, babies. And he founded his company, Internal Affairs, which loves blending the traditional with the contemporary and creating ultimately some unique designs. So now Debaroop, over to you.
Thank you, Monika Di.
I'm sorry, Debaroop. Debaroop, 1 second, ma'am. I was hesitating to take his name. In fact, I am connected with him in social media, and some of the fabulous work he has been doing, I've put a lot of comments in that also.
Thank you, Shubhilda.
But anyway, in this forum, congratulations.
Thank you, Shubhilda. Thank you, Monika Di.
Okay.
Yeah, shall I start? I'm audible? Yeah, thank you, Monika Di, for giving me the opportunity to speak on such a wonderful day as today being World Environment Day. It's a great honor to be here today with all the distinguished panelists from Greenply and from my beloved organization, DIA. Actually, every year there's a theme and a host country for this World Environment Day. And this year it is hosted by Pakistan. And the theme this year is reimagine, recreate, restore. I repeat, reimagine, recreate, restore. And it is so much in sync with my profession, or for that matter, my passion for doing interiors. I have been into this practice of interior designing for the last 23 years, as Monika Di has already mentioned. And if I go back to my early years of work, I don't think I was so much aware of making environment-friendly interiors. Rather, my focus was more into making A, aesthetically appealing, and B, functional interiors, be it office or home. But in today's time, I think two more important aspects has come into interiors, and that is safety and environment friendly, which are far more important along with aesthetics and functionality. Let me share with you all about my experience in a recently completed residential project of a 3-bedroom apartment at Baliganj, Kolkata, which I have already shared in my Facebook page and Instagram pages, which Shubirda was mentioning about. And this I had completed in the midst of pandemic. The client was actually very sweet to give me free hand to design and build their apartment. The client's only criteria was to use their old classic furniture as much as possible, but make it look contemporary, a very challenging task. To be very candid, I was a bit upset to hear it because A, my monetary margin will be less, and B, on the other hand, I have to imagine and crack my brains more. But on the hindsight, it gave me the opportunity to reimagine, recreate, and restore. And I'm so glad today that I could strike a correlation of this year's Environment Day theme with this project of mine. I'm quickly browsing you through a slideshow of few images of this project. Give me a minute. I think the host has disabled participating screen sharing. Is there anyone listening to me? The host has...
Devrup share screen option is available. I think.
I know, but host has disabled it.
Ria?
Yeah, now it's okay.
I've given you the access. I've given you the access.
Yeah.
I have given you that.
Yeah. Can you see the screen? Is the screen visible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, this is the project which I am talking about. In this house, actually, about 85% of old furniture has been reused. If you see the bed, this was an old bed.
Yes.
And they had a very emotional connection with their bed because this was a marriage bed. But somehow what I have done, I have removed the headboard and used new veneers. Like all the chairs, the TV unit, everything is old furniture. Only the veneer has been changed and the upholstery has been changed. Even what I have done, the leftover veneers, I've used these as inland. Just zooming the view. Can you see it? I've used the left out veneers to make an inlay in the furniture. Here again, the beds are old, just the wardrobes we have done, and the wooden flooring, and of course the ceiling. Again, here I have used reclaimed wood. If you see, this is a reclaimed wood. This is the living room, and here the furniture, most of the furniture, 90% of the furniture is reused. Just we have changed some of the shapes, used different veneer, different polishes, and like the dining table top, we have used a new one, a new stone we have used. Even the woods on the top of this ceiling, these were actually the paneling wood which we have reused in the ceiling.
in the furniture, in the wood, dining table furniture, we have just changed the color. It was polished. We have removed the polish and spray coated it. The upholstery has been changed for the living room. This was an interesting thing. Here, actually, this is a chest of drawers. We didn't use any veneer or wood material. We have just used a fabric to wrap it. Again, they had a console unit, which we have removed the polish and given a coat of spray on it to give a distressed look. Even the leftover veneers we have reused from all the rooms. We have used it in the door. So a lot of reusing has been done in this project. Yes, over to Monica Di. Thank you.
That was really nice, Debaroop.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Palit, would you like to add a few more, comments here?
I have already made my comments in the social media, and the group has appreciated that. It's awesome, excellent, and beautiful designs. But also, you see, lot of new homes don't have so much of space. Also, there's a lot of new homes with only 3 rooms and 2 rooms. That you have some challenges there.
Absolutely.
Also. But anyway, I'm sure next time when you are designing such an awesome thing, remember that there are the health and hygiene factor also, and
Yes.
there are plywoods from Greenply, which has products which doesn't emit anything. In fact, they say, ma'am will know much more than me, but she studied in that line. They say everything in this universe emits something. Everything in this universe, whether it is organic or inorganic, emits something. But the question is, there will be some emissions which are good and there are some emissions which are bad. Now we have to consciously work towards reducing those bad emissions. So, formaldehyde, that emission is not good. So controlling that that's why I call it a very radical and revolutionary step, at least in India. This E0 is available, but the genuine E0 will only be available in Europe, US, or some parts of China. It's not available in India. First time Greenply brings to you that product with CARB certification. I hope Partho will agree what I'm saying.
Yes, sir, you're absolutely right, sir. So we are the first one in India to go in for CARB certification of plywood and allied products.
And ma'am will also agree that everything emits something. It is not that there are certain things which doesn't have any emission. But we have to differentiate between the good and bad emissions.
In fact, like when I was studying at SPA, I had this, huge opportunity to interact with Kapila Vatsyayan. And she used to say that every act of creation starts with the act of destruction. And if you look at it carefully, it is 100% true. To create something new, we have to destroy something. So, it's not just about emission. It's also that we are in this constant cycle of destroying to create. And what we need to see is the balance, because what happens is sometimes how much do we destroy and what do we create? That is what we have to simply see to where are we achieving, So on this note, I'd like Kollol, if you want to add something, so we can have something more from you.
Thank you, Monica Di. The question which I left wondering was, why did I leave that place if I loved it so much? The only thing is that the place had become a madding crowd now. It is no more far from the madding crowd. It became a madding crowd. Coming to a few interesting facts, which I thought that I should share, that there's no need to mention, of course, that the research work has become much easier with Mr. Google saying at your service, which Monica Di referred earlier. At that time, it was much more library, much more books, much more hard work. But now, Mr. Google, you ask anything and it gets it. And we have also started abusing that service too. That is also a fact. But let's stick to the point, because otherwise the moderator will take out her wooden stick, the famous chhadi or cane stick, the nightmarish contribution of trees in our childhood days. Coming to the point, India has 25% of the geographical land area covered by forest, area-wise 10th in the world. But we imported INR 400 billion worth wood and wood products in 2018 alone. We also imported about 89,000 tons of veneer in 2018. We also have, in the last decade, the highest rate of growth of importing this veneer. Our plywood industry in 2020 is about INR 220 billion. And there is a projection to reach INR 400 billion by 2025. So what is the inference? The inference is nothing but enormous rise in demand. Now, this rise in demand is in spite of pandemic, in spite of natural calamities, in spite of cyclones. People associated with our field of work will never be having dearth of work. But the fact remains that should not be, irrespective of whether we are responsible, whether we are aware, whether we are ignorant, or whether you are bothered about sustainable solution to give back to the mother nature. I would love to take a pledge on this WED, that is World Environment Day, such a lovely acronym. While we remember solemnly one noble soul who left us recently on 21st of May 2021, Mr. S.M. Bohuguna, who is also known as Gandhi of Mountains and Forests, famous for Chipko Andolon, that was in the Garhwal district in the 1970s. He actually got the women folks of the village to embrace the trees to stop the logging contractors felling it. This is what I can say, that if anyone wants a single-handedly, we can do that. It's all our attitude to give back to the mother nature. Thank you all for the wonderful opportunity once again, and particularly to Green and Daya. Over to Monica.
Well, those were really like thought-provoking, ideas and things that you said. Yeah, like we have a huge demand happening. We have seen, and in this pandemic, we actually thought, that when this pandemic and the first lockdown started, we actually thought as architects and designers that, is the profession going to come back? As a consultancy, it's very difficult to keep a organization alive, and go through this pandemic. We have a team and to look after them through the whole process. But what Kollal just said, just after the lockdown, there was such a huge response in people wanting to, make their houses, make their buildings, etc. Means this pandemic ne logon ko ghar ki ahmiyat bata di. They told people that what it is to be at home, what it is to spend your time at home. And which is why people are really keen. I think our clientele multiplied 5 times. Every single sleeping project had woken up, every single new project. Client was saying, somehow shift us, somehow get the house ready. We have the space, we have spent this lockdown in the tiny space. We had it, we didn't move there, we didn't make it, we didn't make the building, etc. And that is a very strong point. But then we also have a lot of learnings from this pandemic. And I think before I go on, I already mentioned I can keep going on. So I think I should at this point ask Mr. Partho. He was already saying something at that point to add on this, line of thought.
I was actually continuing to what Shubhir sir was saying at that time. Like everything in this universe obviously emits something, and this formaldehyde which we are having, which is obviously the inherent, as of now, one of the inherent ingredients in making the plywood resin. It is obviously one of the worst, inhalation. If you inhale it, it obviously give you a very ill effect, and the short term and long term, which has already been shared in the video. It's we are also trying to see if that can be eliminated once and for all, but that would take a lot of R&D, and that probably right now is not possible, but in future probably we might be thinking of eliminating this total formaldehyde. But as of now, whatever it is, we are like there to give you a product where the emissions from this formaldehyde is totally taken care of. It's almost zero. So whatever you are getting, you are absolutely getting a purest form of product, purest form of resin that we are using. So whenever whoever uses this can be rest assured that they are using definitely one of the best products with respect to health. So that's what I was actually trying to say.
So, Anand, would you like to add some more, thoughts here?
Well, pretty much everything has been said that needs to be said. But as a fraternity of architects and interior designers, we must take it upon ourselves to try and resolve this problem. We must do more research and locate and identify items which are more sustainable, more eco-friendly, and try and use those. We have to ensure that our next generations are not left gasping for air. They are not ill health just because we did not do anything about it. We have to encourage our clients, we have to educate them and make them use products which are more safe, healthier, even if it means spending a little more money. Products like what Green has introduced, similar products I'm sure are available. We just need to locate them, identify them, do a little more research. And I think we will be able to make our indoors, like Mr. Palit was saying, much safer, so that at least when we are home, we are not breathing in toxic air. Thank you for your patience. I wish you all happiness and good health. Thank you.
Thank you, Anand. Mr. Kanjilal, give us some inputs on this.
So, ma'am, Monica ji, we have covered everything, and safe home, a healthy home. So, in a one-liner, I must say, "Khul ke saans lo," which is our slogan, and we should continue to that. Hope everybody would be fine. We will be out of this pandemic. That's it, ma'am. Thank you, all of you. Thanks, all DIA members, ma'am. Thank you so much for wonderful events, arranging and hosting it so nicely, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Devaroop, would you like to add something?
Yeah, actually, from my personal experience, I want to mention, I always ensured and take special attention to provide safe interiors to my clients in terms of various services involved, apart from aesthetics and functionality. But are they really safe in terms of the materials and products used is the big question. And actually, they are not. Because it is very, cryptic to identify whether the materials and products produced and procured are done in a sustainable way or following the eco-friendly norms. But with the increasing awareness, designers, architects, and builders, as well as manufacturers, have realized the importance of safety, hygiene, and eco-friendly products. And thus it is gaining importance among end users to accept and understand the benefits of it. Also, from a sustainability perspective, it's very important to pick materials and products with the lowest environmental impacts. For that matter, we say organic materials like wood, wool, natural stone seems the obvious choice. But natural resources, again, needs to be treated responsibly. As Kanjilal ji and Mr. Partha has mentioned, there are levels, standards, and certifications that give credible, say, information about the product's origin and help to identify eco-friendly products. For example, as Greenply is, I think now that E0 is FSC certified. So these FSC level on wood products ensure that the wood used in the product was harvested sustainably. So in India, the government, along with various regulatory bodies, should strongly impose similar certifications, levels, and regulations, which the manufacturers have to follow, and thus help the designers to use such products, say, religiously, thereby protecting the environment. I think there are more than 1,000 products as we use in interiors, and almost every product emit toxic substances which are unsafe for our health as well as environment. Some of the most common used products and materials are plywood and fiberboard, wall and floor coverings, polish, paints, adhesive, etc. But that doesn't mean to stop using these products. Such products should be used which are compliant to specific emission norms and low in VOC, which is volatile organic compound. So what to say? I must salute Greenply for their thoughtful approach and responsibility shown to introduce zero emission plywood in India, which shows the holistic nature of the company towards providing safe and environment-friendly interiors. And I sincerely thank Rajesh Mittalji and Team Greenply for bringing about a revolution in the plywood industry by manufacturing E0 plywood in India, which is a great milestone in the history of interior product manufacturing. And I'm sure other companies will follow, and I think they should follow the same to make the interior Indian market safer and environment friendly. That's all I have to say. Thank you, Monika ji.
Thank you, Debarup. And Mr. Mittal, you've created a revolution. So one last sentence from you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Monika ji. Actually, I would like to mention one more thing. Mr. Kalolda was mentioning about the import and the plywood market and everything. Okay, so would like to mention here one thing. The panel product in India now, it is, you can say that 95% the volume of the timber is all plantation timbers are being used. Okay, so whatever the wood which is imported mostly for the building, like the timber chokert and everything for the hardwood purpose. Okay, but the plywood industry is not importing any wood now. We are totally depending only on plantation timber. If I talk about the Greenply industry, we have our oldest plant in the Nagaland, it is a tribal belt. We have started giving the saplings, which we are developing our own nursery in plant, which we have started giving them free of cost to all the tribals there. Okay, now we are getting almost, you can say 30 to 40% of our requirement from the saplings which we have given to them at the market price only. Okay, and I believe within a couple of years, we'll be getting our 100% of the requirement what we have given to the local tribals, the saplings, which will be getting our 100% requirement from those the saplings which we had given to them. So on sustainable basis, we have started working long back, means in 2011-12 we started working for the sustainability ground. If we discuss about our environment, this E0 the E0 impact. So actually, whenever we used to go to factory and see the formaldehyde gas, it was really very irritating. Okay, so we started the E1, I think 4 or 5 years back, the E1. Then after the pandemic, the last year, we started thinking, like, let's come to with the E0. Okay, so my team, really, I'm very thankful to my team members. So they have come out with all solutions, with all chemicals to introduce the E0 product. So I definitely hope whole interior architects and interior fraternity will definitely love to use such products. And thank you very much. And especially would like to give the thanks to the whole DIA, whole team DIA. Thank you very much giving us the Greenply to show our show our product range, our process, everything. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for organizing this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was very that was a huge revelation. And yeah, in India, what Mr. Mittal said, that felling of wood is not permitted in the forests, and all the everyone is using plantation wood. A limited amount is only sold by the forest department. But on World Environment Today, and we are celebrating, and we are in the middle of a pandemic. So while this pandemic has taught us a few things, it's taught us how important the environment is. It has taught us how, the importance of the rural segment who is supporting the urban sector in this troubled time. It has also shown some positives, because for the first time in the world, we have actually got pollution levels down. And despite best efforts, this had not happened before, despite all good practices. But the fact that, it needed a pandemic to bring down transportation to zero, to bring down so many different levels, it showed us that, yes, this is something we can control. So it's also shown us that, look at us today. We are celebrating on this virtual platform. None of us took out our cars. None of us went to a venue. None of us switched on a huge auditorium, air conditioning. And we actually saved energy in doing that. But it was possible, and we can also reach out to a huge audience. So every single minute, we are learning that there are small ways which we could adapt to and change according to our situation. So I think that we should also learn from the pandemic, and these are the things which we are not going to want to go back to. We don't want to go back to those same pollution levels. And yes, as Kollol said, the onus is on us. So I think that was something very beautiful I heard. And we heard about 3 R's from Greenply, from Mr. Partho, I think said it about reduce, reuse, and recycle. And to that, we had 3 more R's added by Debaru: reimagine, recreate, restore. So I think we got at the end of it 6 R's to work with. And to that, if we bring these 6 R's home, then I think we can get that sense of safety and health and hygiene, which Anand and Subir were talking about. And I think that together we all have are basically thinking of the same thing, that we're thinking of how we can bring about, a safer as well as a healthier environment, just for, the human species, but for all life in general. So thank you. And I think that we've had a very, very interesting talk today, and a very interesting panel, and lots to take back from.
Thank you, Monika Di. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Monika.
Thank you,
everyone.
Thank you.